The chicken is the direct descendant of the Tyrannosaurus rex. I'm sure that most of you have heard that statement before. I know you have, specifically. I know you have. I'm sure you have. It's something that is stated by a lot of people trying to get like a funny reaction out of their friend. But the problem is that most people seem to think that it's true. A lot of people accept it as an actual fact. A lot of times I'll get comments of people stating it like it is a fact. You know, they're not doing it ironically. So I wanted to make this video and dedicate it to kind of explaining why the chicken is not the direct descendant of the T-Rex and why the T-Rex actually does not have any direct descendants. Obviously, I've covered this topic in shorts before, but I wanted to dedicate a longer form video so that I could explain a few more things and so that I can slow down my speech pattern, I suppose. So first of all, let's start off with the fact that the chicken is a dinosaur. Every single bird is a dinosaur. That is a fact. That is accepted by experts today. There's also this huge misconception that birds are descendant from dinosaurs and nothing more. And while that is true technically, like they branched off within the clade of Dinosauria, that doesn't mean that all of the dinosaurs just evolved into birds and that's how they went extinct. I think a lot of people have that thought process as well. Rather, birds can trace their origins to around 150 or so million years ago in the mid to late Jurassic period, where they branched off from the rest of Dinosauria and created their own little group of theropod dinosaurs. They evolved from little sort of raptor-looking dinosaurs rather than like huge hulking megatheropods like Tyrannosaurus rex. And this also does mean that birds are actually more ancient than T-Rex is, which is a little fun fact that I like to tell people. So birds, they had their own little established group of dinosaurs for millions of years, and they lived alongside other famous dinosaurs like Triceratops, T-Rex, Alamosaurus, all of those other heavy hitters. Which means that the true ancestor of the chicken, or the jungle fowl, I do know that the domestic chicken is different from the jungle fowl, but for sake of simplicity of this video, we're just going to refer to it as the chicken, all right? But the true ancestor of the chicken lived alongside T-Rex and was not T-Rex itself. Now, okay, so for millions of years, these animals existed. They existed all over the world until a giant rock from space smashed into the Earth. A terrible combination of the angle of the asteroid and the place in which it hit caused a devastating extinction event for basically all life on Earth. Around 70% or so of all life on Earth went extinct. Later on, this asteroid did affect the weather, and it changed a lot of the environments, and so lots of animals went extinct, including the non-avian dinosaurs. Now, I'm sure that many of you have heard the words non-avian and avian dinosaurs before, and I'm sure that many of you know what they mean. But for those of you who don't, to put it simply, non-avian means the dinosaurs that are not birds. Avian are the dinosaurs that are birds. Every single bird is an avian dinosaur, including flightless birds like ostriches and cassowaries and emus and all of those really amazing birds. There's also another misconception that people have that they think that avian dinosaurs only refers to the birds that can fly, when in reality it's just every single bird. They don't have to fly to be considered an avian dinosaur. But non-avian dinosaurs include some dinosaurs like T-Rex, Triceratops, the sauropods, the dromaeosaurs like Velociraptor and Utahraptor, ankylosaurs, stegosaurs, you know, those very famous dinosaurs that are just simply not birds. Some of them are a little bit more bird-like, such as the dromaeosaurs like Velociraptor or the troodontids like Stenonychosaurus, but they are still not considered birds because they didn't evolve in the proper group that birds evolved in. So they're still not birds. They're just a little bit more related to them and a little bit more like them in their general appearance. So anyway, all of the non-avian dinosaurs went extinct 66 million years ago after the asteroid impact, which means that they had no chance to leave behind descendants, which means that there is no descendant of the T-Rex today. Nothing exists of its specific lineage. The same goes for the sauropods and the ceratopsians and the hadrosaurs and the ornithomimosaurs. All of those dinosaurs, they're extinct. Their lineage stopped right there. The only dinosaur survivors after that impact were the avian dinosaurs. And it's those dinosaurs that eventually saw the rise of emus, ostriches, ducks, swans, hummingbirds, crows, ravens, and of course, the chicken. So is the chicken related to the T-Rex? Well, yes, it is closely related to the T-Rex. But every single bird is closely related to the T-Rex. So the chicken's not even unique in that aspect either. And it certainly did not evolve from the T-Rex. Rather, it would have evolved from a bird that lived alongside the T-Rex. So yeah, that's pretty much my video. It's just something that I wanted to talk about really quick. Again, just in a little bit more of a longer form setting. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any like questions or other sorts of misconceptions that you want me to tackle in this type of format, be sure to let me know in the comments down below, and I'm sure I could do that. But until next time, thank you all so much for watching, and have an awesome day. Also, sorry about my hair. I just got back from a run, and yeah, so it's kind of stupid.